Well then, go on.
There we go. So we have 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're underway for the Hungarian Grand Prix. 2 Saubers get off the line. I'm not sure where Kiwis is. Why is Kiwi starting at P16? No, he's not. He's in P1 right now. Into turn 1. And the 2 Saubers side by side. And Kiwis into the lead. Hasnain into the lead now. As Kiwis goes wide. And Toros of Hasnain into the lead now. Mercedes down in P3. I believe he's AI. I'm not sure why. Kiwi's back in the lead now. This is an absolute mess. It's saying Kiwi's in P16 for me. But yeah, Hasnain in P2, Warlock in P4, and there we go, now it's fixed. Mercedes around the outside of Warlock into turn 4, and into P5 he goes. So here are the standings on the second sector of this race. Kiwis leads the way from Hasnain, from Alice Killer to Greenwich Beard to Warlock, who now gets past Mercedes. A titanic battle between the two of them on the first lap of this Grand Prix. The Bentley further back in P7, defending from the 2 McLarens in P8 and P9. Tom Killer in P9 now, very close to both Maledictis and Bentley. Still lagging though. Robin in the Mercedes in P10. Maledictis in the wall now, as Tom Killer is lagging and Maledictis is out of this race due to that. Mitchell is now brake checked Nicolo. Absolute chaos there in the first lap of this race. Callum and Nicolo in the pits. And so is Greenwich Beard, the Bentley. So Greenwich Beard, championship leader in the pits for a set of soft tyres and a new front wing. And 3-4 other people in the pits. The Red Bulls are double stacking as Maledictis in the wall, and the McLaren, the 2 McLarens have come together here in Budapest. Unfortunately, Tom Killer lagging throughout qualifying and the race now. And he's now AI. You may want to apologise to Maledictis for that. Actually, he's left the session, now he's rejoined. That's why he's AI. But yeah, chaotic start then to this restart for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Nicolo's having some trouble then, down in P17 over 10 seconds behind P16, who's chill drive. And yeah, Kiwi's ending his second lap.
Oh, someone's in the wall. Oh, it's just Maledictis' car.
Is it? That's a Renault of Joruru. Joruru in the wall in the third sector, then no damage for him. Very close with Swan there, very dangerous coming back on the track. Now more yellow flags then by Tom Killer. Not sure what's going on there. I think he might have retired. Or he just AI because he's driving like an AI. In the third sector, I have more yellow flags.
Nicolo.
Who is it?
He's going really slow, I don't know why.
Nicolo apparently. Yeah, Nicolo is going very slowly on the second sector. I have more yellow flags in the third one though.
It's still in the wall, that's what likes perpetually.
Oh yeah, it's Maledictis. So we're gonna have yellow flags for the entirety of that race in sector 3. Calacrist and Chill Drive battling it out for P15. Now P14 as the Bentley goes into the pits, and these two get a position from him. Only real battle actually going on the track right now. It is a very difficult track to get a overtake done, so no real battles to be seen yet. As Nicole is now getting lapped already on lap 3 of this race.
Everyone's sort of stagnated. There's no one really close to each other, like under a second. As I say that though, I think Alice Killer is right behind Hasnain. Yeah, the timings are glitched, I think. The intervals was at the leader. Yeah, it is, never mind.
So Alice Killer right behind Hasnain now. This is a close battle relatively, as Guinness and Mitchell very close to each other. What's happened there? Guinness has lost 2 positions from Ben and Swan. Ben now down the inside of Mitchell for P7. Is he going to make the move done on the first corner? Yes, he is. Mitchell goes very wide. Guinness has retired for no apparent reason, he just hasn't got a front wing.
Oh, there's damage.
Might have rage
Huge
quitted.
damage.
Oh, what's going on
Huge
there?
damage.
In
I think the Mercedes.
P8.
The Mercedes
Oh,
lost
Mercedes will
all
swap.
front wing.
Yeah, he doesn't have a front wing, and a big crash between
Oh.
Mitchell and Grenishby. No, Grenishby is not involved. I'm not sure who the other guy was. It might have been Mitchell alone. But yeah, both Mitchell and Swam, who's now retired, don't have a front wing. But
Wow.
further up in front, we have Alice Killer and Hasnain very close to each other. Alice Killer has a look at the third sector. Hasnain locks up with Kiwis 1.3 seconds in the lead. Tom Killer now up into P11. He's left the session, so has Nicola, I believe. As the Benz exiting the pits again, he had to make another pit stop. The race is not going great for the Williams driver. Very good exit from Alice Killer on the last corner. Can he get Hasnain on the first corner? Can he outbrake him? We'll have to wait and see. He's going to go down the inside. Yes, he is. Down the inside goes the Ferrari of Alice Killer. Cuts the corner slightly, and that's going to allow Hasnain to get the better exit, and Warlock to close up on his teammate Alex Killer for the final podium position here. We'll have to watch out for the penalties as well, as this being a very hard track to overtake.
Do you think Mercedes has front wing damage?
I don't think so. It doesn't seem like he's losing a lot of pace.
I just imagine he would be
like
I just imagine he would be the quickest out of everyone there. As Alex Clear's on the softs, even though he shouldn't be.
Yeah, let's kill on the softs. He did start inside top 10, so yeah, he shouldn't have started on those, as should not many other people, as Mercedes and Ben and Joru Grenishby as well, Calicrist. But what can you do? Kiwi starting on super softs has a 2-second lead already from Hasnain, so this race is looking very good so far. But a frustratement in the chat between I think Guinness and Mitchell. Not sure what happened between these two. But did see Guinness without a front wing, I think, and later retiring.
I think there might be some retrospective retrospective punishment for the people in on the wrong tire. Would you agree?
I'm sure I have to look into that. Let's get us in the wall now, and that was very lucky not to lose his tire. Kiwis picks up a 3-second penalty already, but there's a kerfuffle going on for P3. Then Warlock and Mercedes very close to each other. Warlock goes the back end and almost into Mercedes. It goes. Mercedes is going to go down the inside. No, he's not. Warlock defends and brakes very late for the chicane, but Alex Killer lost his momentum and his P3. Right now he's right behind Mercedes on the softs, and that was a very close call from Alex Killer. He could have retired easily there, very close to that wall. But yeah, luckily still in the Grand Prix. Mercedes down the inside from Warlock. He half spins, and is Alex Killer gonna go down the inside now on the Sauber driver? Yes, he is. I think it goes very wide. Alex Killer down the inside, which is gonna turn to the outside for the last corner. And he's going to have to back out of that. He wants to get a good exit to get the DRS and pass him on the run up to first corner. Warlock now a bit of breathing space then from Mercedes. He's going to have his teammate Alex Killer pressurizing him. Alex very slow on the straight, and Mercedes has a look but cannot get the move done. Alex Killer very close still to Mercedes. Is he going to go down the inside? Mercedes down the inside on Warlock. Very close, cannot quite get the move done yet. Guinness has left the session. Alex Killer literally stuck behind Mercedes' rear diffuser, but still cannot find a way past in this track, especially on the second sector. I think if we're going to see a move done, it's either going to be on this chicane or the relatively long back straight on the run up to turn 1. Yeah, big gaps already. Just Hasnain, yeah, P2 for Hasnain, very good driver. He was in F1, now he's demoted to F2. It's just about the ability or the skill and the speed for him, and he's doing very good, trying to keep up. Yeah, Hasnain with no assist, in AOR as well. So he's having a very good race. Don't want to jinx him, as he doesn't have a podium yet, so This is his chance as these three are battling it out for P3. And Hasnain could benefit a lot from this. Mercedes then on the slipstream of Warlock. Is he going to go down the inside? Yes, he is. The Bentley, the lap guy, it's a ghost car. Warlock on the switchback. Very nice move from him. Mercedes down to P4 yet again, but side by side into the second corner. Mercedes down the inside and Warlock around the outside, still side by side. And still on the run up to the hill on turn 4, side by side. And I think Warlock is going to have to back out. No, it's going to be Mercedes going to have to back out, and down to P4 he goes. I thought Warlock being on the outside had to get off that move, but he's up into P3. Alex Killer has a move on the chicane again. Warlock seems to be struggling with the rear end a lot.
We have a perpetual yellow flag because my Dickinson's car is still there. It hasn't moved. So there's just a constant yellow flag in sector 3.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. Oh, Mercedes goes down the inside of the third sector, but he goes very wide and he loses the position to Alice Killer instead.
Do you think
that was a very impatient move, don't you say, Odoms, for this P3?
I thought Alice might have had to give that position back because of the yellow flags, but it looks like he's going to attack his teammate now.
Yeah, maybe an Alice Killer then down, not down, up into P3, as Warlock seems to be struggling. Is he running on lean? Did he let his teammates through? Does he want to battle with Mercedes? Go down the inside, side by side between the two of them again. And Warlock, better exit for him on the turn 1 corner. Mercedes down the inside again. Mercedes seems to be very impatient on this race, on the opening laps, on the soft tire. He wants to get past the super soft runner of Warlock Mania. Reigning champion is not having none of it on this race. First sector then. He seemed to not put up a fight with Alice Killer though, so a very interesting team order there. Obviously Alice Killer being on the softs and Warlock on the super softs, as Warlock gets a 3-second penalty from that cut in the chicane. Kiwis then has lost a bit of time to Hasnain. Hasnain only 1.4 behind him.
Yeah, that just happened, I think. Yeah, because he was 2.1.
Yeah, it was like 2.5, and now it's up to 1.7 again, 1.6. He's going up and down all the time. Not really stable, but it's looking like it's very close right now. Childra with a 3-second penalty again. I don't think anything else is going on.
Warlock?
Yes.
Not Warlock, sorry. Mercedes.
Mercedes right around Warlock. Not quite very close to the move, you'd think, but then Mercedes looking very I don't know, he wants to recreate Ricciardo's move. Maybe he's going for some very I don't even know what the word is, to be honest. Hasnain picks up a 3-second penalty from turn 4. Optimistic, yeah. Pretty impossible overtake. So Mercedes gonna go down the inside. Probably is. No, he's not. He's having a look.
Tom Killer and Callum
Warlock lose the back end. Better exit for Mercedes down the inside, side by side on the twisty section. Warlock has the inside line, which is gonna allow him to push Mercedes off and regain P4 for now. But Warlock doesn't seem to be on the pace on these super soft tires. They seem to be going off. Mercedes down the inside. Is he going to make it? No, he's not. Backs out of it. Seems to have gained his set again. And use a bit of logic there not to go down the inside there. He probably knows now Warlock is going to be going for the pit stop about 2 laps from now to make the 1 stop. And we were expecting to see from both the soft and the super soft runners. Warlock defends the inside line. Mercedes around the outside, and he's gonna do the switchback. Opens the DRS. We are stuck on full revs with Mercedes, which is kind of annoying. And around the outside, Mercedes goes. He's gonna make it. Stick around the outside, still side by side on the right hand. They're very close between the two of them. Warlock outside the track. Contact between the two of them into turn 4. Warlock regains P4, gets again. Mercedes though, better exit, and he gets pushed off wide into the grass. Warlock goes wide, Titanic battle between the two of them. Mercedes gets the better exit. He's going to go down the inside. No, he's not. He backs out again. Warlock seems to be struggling. relatively to Mercedes, who's having way better pace on these softs, which you shouldn't have started on them.
I feel like he should have gotten past him ages ago.
Yeah, he had plenty of opportunities. Alex Giller's left the session. He was in P3 and he's unfortunately left us due to internet connections, I would imagine. So Warlock and Mercedes up into P3 and 4 respectively now. Warlock into the pits on lap 11 and Hasnan as well. So 2 super soft runners pitting then for what I would imagine if they want to do the one stop, medium tire, but I see softs on Warlock's pit crew and mediums on Hasnain's one. So different strategies for both of them. Robin up into P4 on the Mercedes, not having a great race, a bit quiet, not really anyone around him. Alice Killer in P3, he wants to rejoin the session as quickly as possible.
Oh,
as
Joru just gets around Hasnan in the pit stop towards that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hasnan is stuck on traffic now from Joruru, and you don't want to be stuck here in Hungary. It's a very tight track and a lot of dirty air for Hasnan now on the medium tire. He wants to get the undercut.
Maledictus is on the stream, and that's just, I'm just showing him his car is still there because he's on the stream right now watching.
Yeah, Maledictus is still there, stuck, waiting for the marshals to come. Pretty weird seeing his car still there. It's Cody's game at the end of the day. Alex Glass joined, he's still in P3 just about, but he's lost a heap of time. And Hasnan will be looking to do the undercut on Kiwis, who is not pitting yet, so Hasnan has to push as much as he can and get past Oruru as quick as he can, so he can regain. Not regain, I don't think he ever got P1, but so he can get P1 of Kiwi's hands. He only was about 1.8 behind him on the pit stop phase. Robin now in the pits, change of front wing and on the medium tire, he'll be looking to go to the end. Hasnan very close, locks up on the rear diffuser of Joruru, very close with contact there. Joruru defends not quite, Hasnan down the inside, locks up again. Joruru defends very nicely, brakes late, and in P4 he goes with Robin still in the pits, now exiting just in front of that train. So Childrop getting attacked then from Caliquist for P10 with Tom Killer just behind these two. Mitchell way many seconds behind the this train with Kiwis. Is he gonna pit this lap? Lap 13 out of 35. His tires look very shredded, and indeed he goes into the pit lane to fit a new set of soft mediums. We did see him doing the 2-stop in Britain, so don't count him out to do the 2-stop. His tire weight is not the greatest, so he might need to convert to a 2-stop and put on the super soft tires, but he's not. He's on the medium ones for his second stint. Number 64 fits on the medium tires to try and go to the end. Mercedes then into the lead of this race, and Alice Killer jumps Kiwis in the pits.
Hasnan didn't. He was stuck behind Joruru.
Yeah, he's still stuck behind Joruru, so not a great picture for Hasnan. Not a great scenario for him. For the Toro Rosso driver, Joruru still seems to be on the pace. Not a lot of wear on these softs for him. So the compound softer for Joruru is not really
look how close Warlock is. Look how close Warlock is to Hasnan. That's so unfortunate
Warlock's
for him.
very close, yeah. Warlock's caught up to Hasnan and Joruru, who picks up a 3-second penalty. You have yellow flag in sector 3. That is no one. That is Maledictus. No, it's not. His car is gone. Wow.
Oh, finally.
Finally. It's gone. So now we can have a green flag racing in the sector 3. As we have Kiwis and Alice Giller very close to each other. Kiwis around the outside in the penultimate corner. Alice Giller very desperate to try and defend, so Warlock, his teammate, can get past him. Alice Giller still defends. Kiwis have to go around the outside as a Hasnan now into P4 after Ruru finally pits. Kiwis and Alex Giller side by side into the first corner. Kiwis has the inside line. Alex Giller has to defend. Is he gonna defend the position? No, he's not. Kiwis up into P2. Alex Giller down to P3. The inevitable happened. Alex Giller on 15 lap 1 softs. Joruru exiting the pits in P8. Just about gonna be side by side with Robin into the first corner. Joruru on the super soft, Robin on the mediums. I don't think Joruru is gonna be bothered by that. And he pulls away from Robin now. He wants to get past Benel FC to go up into P7, and then he has Greenwich BF for the 10 seconds up the road. Warlock down the inside of Hasnain. Warlock out of nowhere up into P4. Hasnain down to P5, struggling on these mediums.
Yeah, Warlock on the stop. I imagine he's two-stopping.
Yeah, indeed. I don't think he can go to the end. 23 laps on the softs. I don't think it's very doable. Mercedes still out on track. 60 laps done on these. He was a further 16.6 seconds back. And there's not much action going on. Alex Giller in the pits then. Ferrari driver comes into the pit lane for his first stop of the day. And he picks up a 5-second stop and go for speeding in it. Super soft tyres for him, so he goes for the 2-stop as well. Because there's no way he can get these super softs to last 19 laps. And he's gonna come out right in P7, just ahead of Joruru and just behind Benel FC on the Williams, who's having a very decent race compared to his other ones. But yeah, Mercedes is aiming for his second win in a row. Not in a row. Hang on, did Mercedes get a win? I'm pretty sure he did.
No. I don't think he did in F2. Wasn't last week his first F2 race?
Yeah, he did win. I cannot remember. Yeah, it was Austria where he won. Last week he was Greenwich who got his first win of the season.
Yeah.
And he's,
I swear Mercedes was in F3 in Austria.
Mercedes was in F3 about 4 races ago, and then he got promoted.
Okay. Well, he pits.
So yeah.
Tell you what, his teammate's right there.
Pits then.
Yeah, he's out of the pits now, and his teammate is right there. He's about 3.5 seconds behind Kiwis. He could close that gap down with fresher tyres.
Indeed, he'll be looking to be very strong in the end of the race. Kiwis might not go the distance. Benel FC picks up a 5-second stop and go in the pit lane. Kiwis goes very wide. He's lost a bit of time there in the 4th corner. Lost his concentration, lost a couple of tenths there.
Here's why the 1-stop is always quicker than the 2-stop. Hasnan is right behind Warlock, sorry. He's still right behind him. And Warlock has to pit again.
Yeah.
Because he just can't pull away because his tyres are already shot, I imagine. That's why the 2-stop is almost never better than the 1-stop.
No, apparently Tom Killer has done a 13.3. Well then. The Benzes left the session.
Oh dear.
Oh well. He was last by many seconds. I don't think he actually was racing. Oh, we have Benel FC in the wall.
Oh,
I jinxed him. He was having such a great race, and now he's in the wall in P12. And soon will be P13 as Mitchell is going to get past him once Ben makes his pit stop in his Williams. He's going to have to make a pit stop. You cannot cope without damage in F1 2017, losing you more than half a second per lap. And especially in Hungary, it's about a second per lap. So he's going to have to pit. He has destroyed his race in the exit of turn 5. Battle going on right now between Hasnain and the Ferrari of Warlock. As it stands right now, Warlock would get a couple of points on Greenwich Beer, and they would both get a lot of points on Tom Killer. So could this be the race that Tom Killer kind of falls off these two and it becomes a two-way battle for the championship? We'll have to wait and see how the next couple of races go, but I think Warlock and Greenwich Beer are slowly pulling away. Warlock already 14 points ahead of Tom Killer, and the 25 points ahead is Greenwich Beer, so I don't think Tom Killer is within a shout. He won Australia, he got a lot of decent results, he got a bit lucky and a bit unlucky in Austria in this race.
He finished second in Canada, behind yours truly.
He finished second in Canada. I just wanted to shout that out. Nice win. So yeah, a few podiums here and there, one win for him, and yeah, got a bit unlucky in Austria. I have to say, he lost a lot of valuable points there. Warlock winning in Russia, Greenwich Beer winning in Britain last week, and now he's in one win as well. So 2, 4, 6, 8 different winners, and it's not going to become 9, as Kiwis has already won a race. Can't exactly remember where. I think it might have been Spain. Baku.
I won Spain.
You won Spain. Kiwis got pole.
I'll be back in a second.
Sauber have got 4 wins. 2 Ferraris too, but Ferrari are leading the constructors. I might change after this race with a 1-2 from Sauber and a 3-6 as it stands for Ferrari. So Sauber are going to regain the constructors lead from Ferrari. Red Bull are P3. I think they're going to stay there with McLaren in P4. They might get jumped by Toro Rosso. And Saznan in P4, a very decent result for him. Alex Chris will pick up a 1 point for Toro Rosso in P10. And what else? That's about it for the constructors battling. Williams down in P8 with a win. I think that was who won with the Williams? Might have been Odoms actually. Might have been Odoms in Spain.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was Williams.
I think I was supposed to be in
How many Williams drivers?
I think I was supposed to be in the Haas.
Yeah, you were in qualifying and then you changed to the Williams as Illuminati had joined. So you had to get out of the Haas.
Oh.
But Hasnain very close to Warlock now. It's finally caught him up on the medium tyre. Warlock softs are going off. Greenwich Beer could extend his championship lead if Warlock pits again. Greenwich Beer on the softs as well, don't forget. Tom Kill on the super soft tyre.
Warlock has probably the worst tyre wear I've ever seen.
Oh, and he's got some pretty good tyre wear in past races. Can't exactly remember a specific race, but his tyre wear is not that bad, I don't think. He's struggling on this race with the rear end a lot, especially on them super softs. And I think once these tyres wear out, I think he's going to struggle on these as well. But we're going to have to wait and see. Hasner is definitely closing in on him. Will be helicopter cam from Warlock's TV cam broadcast.
Oh, Warlock made a mistake.
Warlock loses the back end. Hasner right behind him on the second sector, now entering the third one. Warlock goes very wide. Hasner fancies a move down the inside. Next couple of corners, Tom Killer picks up a penalty, and I'll quickly check everyone's penalty. So Kiwis with a penalty, 2 penalties, Mercedes with 1 penalty, and the gap between them is just 2.3. So as this stands, Mercedes would be the winner and not Kiwis. We saw this last week with Alex Killer winning, but it was actually Greenwich Beer without, I think with just 1 penalty, so Alex Killer's 5. So these drivers really have to watch out, especially here, where some penalties could be the difference, as it's so hard to pass, and the gaps could be very close. Warlock picks up another penalty there. Very weird place to pick up a penalty. So Warlock and Hasnain. Warlock with 2 penalties, Hasnain with 2 as well. So not a difference there made. But it could mean Grangebeer could get them both. Grangebeer right behind these two. I didn't even think that. Grangebeer doesn't have a single warning on his side, so that's very interesting. Grangebeer with Grangebeer with no warnings, and Warlock with 2 penalties, so has Hasnain. So Grangebeer could get a podium here. And if Mercedes and Kiwis pick up another penalty or 2, Grangebeer could be in a shout of the win if he can get past these 2 very quickly and then have the pace, but I don't think these tires will make it to the end. Already Warlock, we can see him struggling. Yellow flag in sector 1. Who could that be? That's a Force India Mitchell in the exit of the first corner. Not sure what happened there. It's very easy to lose the back end. There's Hasnain going very wide there.
Yeah.
So we lose the position to Warlock. Interesting. He went very wide indeed there. And he didn't actually lose any time to Grangebeer, so maybe Grangebeer made a mistake as well. But this is the only battle we have so far in this race. Right now, should I say. Hasnain almost straight away. It's getting a couple of tenths on Warlock in this middle sector. Want to see a battle. This hasn't exactly been an action-packed race, if I'm honest, compared to the other ones. Alex Killer down in P6. He hasn't got a very nice race. He disconnected in the mid part of the race, second stint, and now he's fitted on the super soft tyres. So yeah, very weird strategy from him. Already made stop Warlock in the pits. So is Grangebeer. So the 2 soft runners in the pits, the 2 championship rivals in the pits. Warlock is gonna fit the soft tyres again, super soft actually. So 11 laps with the super softs. Grangebeer does the same. And where are they gonna come out is the question. I think they're gonna come out right ahead of Robin, where this Warlock is. Robin now crosses the line. Grangebeer gets off the line, and he is gonna rejoin in P7. And with Warlock in P6, I think Grangebeer wants to get past him to extend his championship lead. We'll have to wait and see what these drivers can do on the super softs. As we saw Grangebeer being way quicker on the soft, can't quite run the first stint. But I think Warlock was actually had the upper hand on Grangebeer on the super softs. Benelux is now going to get a lap on his Williams, and he lets Warlock through. So Kiwis and Mercedes 1.5 the gap now. Not a real battle on track, but it's been a battle with at times. Mercedes has 1 less penalty than Kiwis, and this could mean Kiwis can lose this race win due to penalties. Let's check again. Kiwi still has Kiwi actually has 3 penalties now. Oof. With Mercedes only having 1 still. So another penalty gain for Kiwis. This could be the end. This could be game over for MLG Kiwis for the race win now. And this could be the 2nd win for Mercedes, and the only driver to on the current grid to win 2 races. Cough Odins. Oh, Kiwi goes very wide. Kiwi goes very wide on the exit of turn 5, and we could have a battle on track for the lead of this race. We saw in Austria the 2 of them having a titanic battle in Spielberg, and right now it doesn't seem anything like it, but they could go very close to each other. They could get very spicy as this race goes on, with last 10 laps starting in 1 sector. We want to see a battle. We've had a very nice battle this race so far in Austria, and a little tears for MLG Kiwis in the wall without a tyre. He retired from that race, lost a lot of points, possibly 25, but now he wants to defend from Zeta Mercedes. Being teammates, they don't want to battle too hard, and Kiwis has 2 more penalties on Mercedes, and I don't think neither of them know it. So this will be a very nice, not very easy to battle around here. Tight streets, many call it the Monaco without barriers. Alex Killer serving his 5-second stop and go. Gap between Kiwis and Mercedes just 0.5 of a second, entering the second sector of lap 26. 9.5 laps to go, and we are gonna be on for a treat here between these 2 Sauber drivers. Kiwis versus Mercedes, Mercedes versus Kiwis. The gap is 4.5 tenths. Who is gonna come out on top? We're gonna find out in about 20 minutes. Waller picks up another penalty. That's not gonna do well for him. I think he's gonna lose the position to Grenichbier. Grenichbier still doesn't have a single warning. Down the inside, Mercedes goes, and he tags Kiwis, and he's gonna let him through again. Kiwis half spins, and he's into the lead as Mercedes had to wait for him. That was not a clean move at all. Reminds me of his moves to Warlock, but now Kiwis defends. Very bad exit from Kiwis there. Mercedes side by side into the first corner. God, I can't speak. Mercedes around the outside. He's gonna go for the switchback. Kiwis goes a bit wide there, tries to cut him off, and he does so indeed. And into the second corner now. Can Mercedes make a move around the outside? No, he cannot, not there. Kiwis gets the better exit and cuts him off again. Close the door, and Kiwis stays in the lead. Momentarily, they're losing P1 on the penultimate corner. Kiwi seems to be struggling. A lot of mistakes, some concentration lost there in the last 9 laps of this race. Kiwis has to stay on it, and hopefully he can just bring home the car in P2, as he's probably not going to win this race with so many penalties. Mercedes only got 1, Kiwis has 3 got 3 penalties. So the gap now 3 tenths. Mercedes can easily win this. He doesn't know Kiwis has 3 penalties though, so he has to fight. He wants to fight for this position. Everyone wants to win the race on the track and not due to penalties. They want to show that they are better than the other driver. And Kiwis right now is struggling a lot, and Mercedes knows that. So he wants to capitalize on that. And now into the slipstream. Another opportunity here with a lap car. Kiwis on the outside, not really defending. Mercedes has a look. He gets very close to him, and we are caught in the of Mitchell Gamer or Chill Drive. It's going to be Chill Drive. Let's them through. Is to keep on swapping positions. Fighting for the position. Let's see if Mercedes can get the lead. Kiwis picks up another penalty.
Yeah, that was a shaft
This
and a half.
could cost him P2. Gap's now 4.5 tenths. Let's check Hasnain's penalties, because Kiwis could be no want, because Hasnain got 3 warnings, not warnings, penalties as well. So this will be a battle for pride between the 2 of them. Kiwis doesn't have anything to lose, so he'll be fighting very nicely there in the inside, but defends the position. Mercedes around the outside. Mercedes gets pushed off right by Kiwis. Kiwis stays on the lead. He really wants to finish first on the track, doesn't he? Mercedes then around the outside on the third to last corner. He tried to make it. Now Chill Drive right behind these 2. He's looking to pass them, although it's a lap car. So very interesting there with Chill Drive. Mercedes has to look at his mirrors, but down the inside goes Mercedes on Kiwi side by side, and Mercedes finally in the lead. Kiwi's down to P2. Is Kiwi's gonna go for it? Yes, he is. He has a look, and he gets damage. Kiwi has front wing damage. That's not what he wanted to do. God, voice crack. Mercedes in the lead. Kiwi with damage in P2 and 3-4 penalties. Now down the inside he goes, and he's in the wall. What has he done? He's lost his front wing. That was not very smart from Kiwi. That was not smart at all. He's now gonna lose not just second place or third. He's probably not gonna finish in the points, as that's a very strange maneuver, yeah, he retired from the race.
Oh.
That went from 100 to a 0 real quick for him.
He just stuck
Going
his
to be a
nose where
right
it didn't
behind
belong.
Warlock. Hmm?
He just stuck his nose where it didn't belong. Don't know why he put his gun. Maybe he didn't mean to. Maybe. Oh, great. Well, would you look at that?
Lol.
Was it just me who left the session? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Great. That hasn't happened in like 3 days. Now it chooses to happen now. Lovely.
Oh, that's some nice racing here as well. Alex Killen and Robin.
I'm gonna have to restart the application as well to get back in.
Don't bother, to be honest. There's just 5 laps to go.
Yeah, you're right. I'll just end the stream.